Hey everyone, welcome back to the English Hour. I'm really glad you're here because today we're going to talk about something that every single learner, dreamer, and human being struggles with: motivation. You know that feeling when you start something with so much energy, like learning English, starting a new habit, or setting a big goal, but after a few days or weeks, that fire just disappears. You wake up one morning and think, "Ooh, I don't feel like doing this today." And before you know it, days go by and you start to feel guilty, like you failed yourself. But here's the truth: you didn't fail. You just misunderstood how motivation actually works. And in this episode, I'm going to share a simple mindset hack that can keep you motivated not just for a week or a month, but for the rest of your life. Sounds impossible, right? Stay with me because once you understand this, it'll completely change the way you approach your English learning and, honestly, every other goal you have. So let's start with something real. Think about the last time you felt super motivated. Maybe it was the first day you decided to finally improve your English. You were excited. Maybe you watched a motivational video, made a study plan, promised yourself that this time it would be different. You practiced for a few days, felt proud, and everything was going great, until one day you woke up tired or distracted, or just not in the mood. You skipped one day, then another, and then that little voice in your head said, "See, you can't stick to anything." And that's when most people give up, because we believe motivation is something that happens to us. Like it's this magical energy that just appears when we feel inspired and disappears when we don't. But here's the thing: motivation isn't something you wait for, it's something you create. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I met a guy named Alex who wanted to become fluent in English. He was serious about it. He had all the apps, books, and plans. But every time I saw him, he would say, "I'm just not motivated lately." One day I asked him, "What are you waiting for?" He looked confused. I said, "You keep waiting for motivation to show up before you start, but that's not how it works. Motivation doesn't start the engine, action does." He laughed at first, but over time, he understood what I meant. He started doing just 10 minutes of English practice every day, even on the days he didn't feel like it. Some days, it felt easy. Other days, it felt like pushing a car uphill. But he didn't stop. And after a while, something strange happened. The more he showed up, the more motivated he felt. It wasn't the other way around. That's the simple mindset hack I want to share with you today. Motivation doesn't create action, action creates motivation. You see, our brains love progress. Even the smallest progress makes us feel good. When you take action, even a tiny one, your brain releases a little dose of dopamine, the same chemical that makes you feel pleasure. That's why when you finish a workout, learn a new phrase, or finally understand a piece of grammar that used to confuse you, you feel great. That's your brain saying, "Hey, this feels good. Let's do it again." But here's where most people get it wrong. They wait to feel good before they act. They think, "I'll study when I feel motivated." But that's like saying, "I'll start running once I'm fit." It doesn't work that way. The feeling comes after you start, not before. So the next time you don't feel motivated to study English, try this. Tell yourself, I'll just do 5 minutes. That's it. No pressure, no perfection, just 5 minutes. Watch a short video, listen to a podcast, write one sentence in English, and 9 times out of 10, once you start, you'll keep going. Because action wakes up your motivation. I know this sounds simple, but it's powerful. I use this mindset every single day. There are mornings when I don't feel like recording, writing, or doing anything productive. My brain says, let's just rest. But I've learned to say, okay, let's just do a little bit. And before I know it, I'm fully in the zone. It's like pushing a heavy door. It's hard at first, but once it moves, it gets easier. Let's be honest, staying motivated forever sounds like a dream, right? Because we all expect motivation to be this constant fire burning inside us. But in reality, it's more like a campfire. If you don't keep feeding it, it'll fade out. The trick is not to wait for the fire to start on its own. You have to light it again and again by showing up every day, even when it's not easy. And here's something even more important. Don't judge your motivation. Some days you'll feel unstoppable. Other days you'll feel lazy or distracted. That's completely normal. The goal is not to feel motivated every day. The goal is to act even when you don't. Because that's how winners think. Winners don't rely on mood. They rely on habits. Let's imagine 2 English learners. One studies only when he feels inspired. He starts strong but quits often. The other studies every day, even for 10 minutes, even when he's tired. A year later, guess who's fluent? It's not the smarter one. It's the consistent one. The one who built discipline when motivation wasn't there. I'll tell you a secret. Motivation isn't what gets you results, momentum does. And momentum only comes from doing. Every time you take action, no matter how small, you build momentum. And once you have momentum, you don't need to force motivation anymore. It becomes automatic. So if you've been waiting for the perfect time to start, stop waiting. That perfect time never comes. The best time is the moment you decide to take that first step, no matter how small it is. Before we end, I want you to remember this. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to start. Motivation is not a spark you wait for. It's a muscle you build. And the more you use it, the stronger it gets. So the next time you wake up and don't feel like practicing English, just say 5 minutes. That's it. And then do it. You'll be amazed at how much power that simple decision gives you. Because here's the real mindset shift. Motivation isn't about feeling good. It's about doing what you said you'd do, even when you don't feel like it. And once you master that, you'll never have to worry about losing motivation again. Thank you for listening to the English Hour. If this episode inspired you, take action right now. Do one small thing in English today. Read something. Speak something. Write something. Because that's how you keep the fire alive, one spark at a time. I'll see you in the next episode. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep speaking, because every word you say brings you closer to the confident English speaker you're meant to be.